I hurled the ball at the referee, its perfect arc tracing an elegant path through the air before smacking squarely into his rotund belly. Despite the flawless throw, my father was mocked by a teammate's dad. "This must be the most thrilling moment your son's ever witnessed, huh?" But my father merely sneered in contempt. Truthfully, I've been stuck on the bench the entire time. The coach looked down on me, believing I was just like my dad, forever destined to sit on the sidelines as a mere prop. When the game kicked off, the players charged like beasts, scrambling for the ball. Billy used his 600-pound frame to clear a path up front, but the next second, two opponents knocked him flat on the ground. The referee blew his whistle. Billy was already unconscious. Teammates rushed over in panic, but Billy didn't move an inch. The entire team turned to the coach for help. The coach poked Billy's nose with a stick, and Billy suddenly opened his eyes. The coach held up his finger to ask for a number. 3, Billy mumbled. Nearby players asked, "Is he counting fingers?" "Yes or no?" Billy answered, "Yes." That was enough for them to conclude he was fine, and the game resumed. We won in the end, and that was precisely Coach Bickmore's philosophy: disregard player health, victory above all. After the game, the coach snatched the scorebook from my hands.
If your daddy hadn't played his heart out for me, I'd cut your ass.
Later in the classroom, Billy suddenly collapsed, a late onset of injury sustained in the previous game. As soon as he regained consciousness, the coach rushed over. Despite Billy's excruciating pain, the coach casually dismissed it as a minor injury, insisting he could still play. The nurse had already made it clear Billy was absolutely unfit to play, but this victory-obsessed coach couldn't care less about player health. He dismissed the nurse as just passing the buck. After all, nurses had nothing to do with the playoffs. Under the coach's relentless pressure, Billy had no choice but to agree to play. The coach turned away, satisfied. In the first half, the opponents completely dominated, scoring like a tidal wave. Seeing this, the coach immediately adjusted the lineup, pushing Billy, still wearing an oxygen mask, onto the court. I stepped forward to stop him. I couldn't stand by and watch my teammate play, fearing our earlier plan would be ruined. The coach stormed over to reprimand me, his eyes burning with the hunger for victory. Billy staggered toward his position, but barely had the game begun when he collapsed, unable to hold himself up. At the same moment, team leader Lance was brutally tackled by an opponent, injuring his right leg, the very leg that had received the injection earlier. Lance groaned in agony, his father's heart clenched with anxiety, and the entire stadium fell silent. As defeat seemed inevitable, the coach stared in disbelief. Lance's leg likely ruined for good. When Billy later awoke, he was overwhelmed with guilt, repeatedly apologizing, insisting it was all his fault. Lance was carried off the field, and at that moment, the coach had no choice but to send me in. As a perennial bench warmer, I finally got my chance to play. Yet, the stands began to boo this unremarkable player, and the game was about to begin.